For the function f, for each increase in the value of x by c, where c is a positive constant, the value of f of x increases by a factor of 27. Which of the following equivalent form of the function f displays 1 over c as a coefficient of x? Now, first of all, we need to realize that all of the answer choices are equivalent forms of the function f. They're all equivalent. In other words, if you were to simplify each and every option, you would end up with the same expression. Now we need to show an option that shows 1 over c as a coefficient of x. So if you look at option A, 1 over c is 1 over 2 because 1 over 2 is the coefficient of x. So that gives us c equals 2. Similarly, if you were to look at option B, 1 over c is 1 over 6. So c equals 6. And so on for the other two options. Now before we move on to the solution, let's try to understand the first line of this question using an example. Let's suppose we have g of x equals 27 raised to the power of x. If we add c to x, in other words g of x plus c, we find that we get 27 raised to the power x plus c. We can simplify this to get g of x plus c equals 27 raised to the power of x times 27 raised to the power of c. And we can write that as 27 raised to the c times 27 raised to the x. In other words, for every increase in x by c, g of x increases by a factor of 27. Now in this example, it's very easy to see that g of x is increasing by a factor of 27. In this case, 27 raised to the power of c. Now let's come back to our answer choices. Since all of the options are equivalent forms, let's just pick option A and try the same process on this particular option. We will increase the value of x by c and we will get 48 times 3 raised to the 1/2 of x plus c. Instead of x, we plug in x plus c. We know that c is equal to 2 as we established earlier. So let's plug in c equals 2. We get 48 times 3 raised to the power 1 over 2 x plus 2. Simplifying this, we get 48 times 3 raised to the power 1 over 2x plus 1. When we simplify it further, we get 48 times 3 raised to the power 1 over 2x times 3. So we notice that for an increase of x by c, the value of f increases by a factor of 3. However, the question asks for an increase by a factor of 27. So we notice that the value will increase by the factor of whatever is inside this particular bracket. And now since we know that the number in the bracket is the multiplier, we can eliminate option A, option C, and option D. Why option A? Because since the number in the bracket is 3, the equation is going to increase by a factor of 3. In option C, since the number is 9, the equation will increase by a factor of 9. In option D, we can use a clever observation. We see that 48 times 27 raised to the 1/3 x raised to the power of 1 over 2 can be rewritten as 48 times 27 raised to the power of 1 over 2 raised to the power of 1/3 of x. Now using our same principle, we see that the bracket is not 27. Even before this observation, the bracket was still not 27, but using this, things become much clearer. So we can eliminate option D as well. So that leaves us with option B, which shows 27 within the bracket, and hence we are confident that this will represent 27 as a factor of f.